So let's shift a bit from that, and then let's talk about the players of the tournament. The golden boots, the golden gloves, and the young player of the tournament, the coach of the tournament, and all of that. So let's start with the best player of the tournament, the Nigerian captain, William Trust Ekong. So let me come to you, Bruno. What do you have to tell us? Is he the deserved winner of that award?
All right, sure. So straight away, I'll say yes, he deserves it. So during the final, when he scored the first goal, then I said, even if Nigeria should lose the final, he deserves to be the best player of the tournament. Because you realize you hardly see defenders scoring in a big tournament like this.
Yeah.
But you realize he scored 3 goals.
Yeah.
A defender. He's mostly joining the attack when they have this set piece and corner kicks.
Yeah.
And he has been very strong at the back for Nigeria. You realize Osimhen, who is their number 9, their target man, that we are expecting a lot of goals from him during this tournament, was not able to live up to expectations.
Yeah.
And this defender has been very, determined. He stood at the back, he joined the attack, scoring goals for them. So he deserves it. He deserves the player of the tournament.
The Nigerian captain really put on a very good performance at this AFCON, and it's very, very impressive to see, because for a defender like him to be taking penalties and all of that, ahead of all the strikers and attackers in the game, it tells you how much of a player he is. He's actually now, I think, the best, the highest goal scorer as a defender in the AFCON with 5 goals, and I think that is a very, very impressive feat to achieve. So let's look at the Golden Gloves, the best goalkeeper at the tournament, and the award went to Rowan. Yes, the South African goalkeeper. So is that also a deserved win, because the Nigerian goalkeeper Nwabili will also come in as a very good contest or competitor for that particular sport. So what do you have to say about that?
Thank you. I think I'll go with what the AFCON boards picked out. Okay. I think if Nwabili or if Nigeria had taken the cup, then it could have been maybe a battle between Nwabili and Williams. Okay. But Williams was very fantastic drawing their penalty shootout. I mean, he was just fantastic. This was a keeper who knew what the player was about. He didn't rush the ball. He was just waiting for the player to commit before he dives to the position. And this is what a goalkeeper is all about. You wait for your opponent to make the mistake or make a move for the ball before you show your direction to keep the ball. And I think it was fantastic. Throughout all their rounds, now he guided the defenders. I think I watched South Africa, their match. One thing I realized was he was always shouting. So he made the defenders very relaxed. Yes, he controlled his 18 balls very, very well. And he was very good in the area balls. He hardly let any ball get down in his penalty box. He would just cut it. And that even has resulted in the penalty shootout. He was just fantastic. So I will go with the AFCON balls. They were just true, giving the golden gloves to Williams.
Okay. All right. So there you have it. He really deserves that award, having saved a lot of penalties. I think about 6 penalties in the penalty shootout itself, and a lot of saves, in which actually helped South Africa to progress to the semi-finals of the competition. So let's look at the next award, which was the Golden Boots. I think that went to Insui. Of Equatorial Guinea. So let's hear your bit about that as well.
All right, so thank you once again. So straight away, Insui scored 5 goals.
5 goals,
which was the top
matches,
goals in the tournament. So he deserves it. But one thing that I find very disappointing is that you look at this player, Emilio Insui, is playing in a 3rd division team in Spain. That is CF Intercity. Most of us, we don't watch this league. They don't even show it on Super Sports. We were expecting, the Mohamed Saleh, the how do we call it? The Hales, the Osimhen to top
Osimhen,
the goal scoring
Mane.
charts. You see, these are big strikers scoring goals in Europe and in
Yeah.
big tournaments.
Yeah.
But here lies the case, going into these tournaments, Mohamed Salah scored only a goal.
Yeah.
Osimhen scored only a goal. And this striker playing in the third division, topping the scoring charts, it is, I would say, very disappointing to African football when we are talking about our strikers. We want to see the big name that are performing in Europe to, do the same
Do
thing
their
when it
work,
comes to the
yeah, when they
African
come to-
terrain.
Yeah.
So all the way, he deserves it. But
He
I'll-
was the only one to have a hat trick at the AFCON.
yes,
Very,
so you
very
can
interesting.
imagine. So
Very,
I don't know
very
if
interesting.
our African keepers are not doing well or is the defenders. You understand? A third division player, banging goals in here and there. So
Yeah.
deserve it. Kudos to him. I hope you, keep it up, and one of these big clubs will, sign him and he'll get better
continue
at
to
what
sign there.
he's doing. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So that is very interesting. We'll move on to the next award, which went to the youngest star of the tournament, or the young best player of the tournament, and that went to Edingra, the Brighton and Hove Albion player, and he had a very impressive run at the AFCON, as you can tell, assisting 2 goals at the final and scoring a goal in the knockout phase. So quickly, we want to hear what our pundits have to say about that award as well.
Edingra. He was just outstanding.
Yeah.
Even the final, this is a young player who plays for a Brighton team. And he has outclassed many teams in the Brighton 11.
Yeah.
And now he has picked a spot in the starting 11.
Okay.
And at a big stage, people have been saying that the AFCON was watched from over 1 billion viewers. So it's in a very big stage.
Yeah.
And a Dinkra outperformed these Nigerian defenders.
Yeah.
On that very day, he made this Nigerian feeder very, very. After the match, people were saying that the Nigerian defenders shouldn't board the plane and come home because why should you let a young player outrun you? Even leading to the goal that led to Hala. Wonderful goal. He was just outstanding. A young player.
Yeah.
Picking such an award at a big stage. It says a lot about his fighting spirit. He played all the matches and he showed no tiredness. He showed no I'm tired. The keeper, the referee should substitute me. It was just outstanding.
Yeah.
So I think he deserves that, and I think it should be a motivation to other young upcoming players that the stage is for us to shine.
Yeah, yeah. So there you have it. He was actually the best player, or the player of the match for the final. So just imagine a world-class performance from him with 2 assists at the final, and of course the best player of the tournament could go to no other person but him.